Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Reeve coming back at you. I'm going to share the spam box story with you. Okay. First of all, if you're wondering why I was even in my spam box, I don't know what to tell you. That's just something that I was doing. I don't know. I was at work, I was bored. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm in my spam box. All right. I get this email. It says 18 grand, make 18 grand. It's 18 grand, $18,000, excuse me, $18,000 in 7 days. Here's how she did it. Of course, I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. Then I come back to the email. I open up the email. Inside the email, there was a short story about how someone made $18,000 cash in 7 days without talking to any of their friends and family, without chasing anybody, and just by sending out postcards. And if I wanted to find out more about it, there was an 800 number that I can call and a website that I can go to. But I needed to subscribe. Actually, it was a call to action. It was a really powerful call to action. It was like, you got to subscribe to this newsletter within the next 48 hours or something to really get the information. So I subscribed to the newsletter, and the person who owned the newsletter, all right, his name was Q, the cash gifting expert. And if you've been in the industry for any, like, if you've been in the industry from 2007 on, you know who he is. I'm sorry, even if you didn't even get involved with cash gifting, you know who he is. It's because it's anyway. So I joined his list, and I get an email. I get like daily emails from this dude. Okay. And in his emails, he's talking all this crap about making all this money and blah, blah, blah. But I was intrigued by it. And he actually um, provided a PDF with with the structure of his program. And he basically said, you have to review the PDF 3 times. Okay. You have to get your money together. I don't talk to people unless they're ready to go. That's the only people that I talk to. I didn't realize this at the time, but this was an example. This was like a living, breathing example of what I learned in magnetic sponsoring. This dude was set up so that people go to him, and the only people that he would talk to were people who were ready to get started in this program, because he laid everything out before you even got to him. Okay. And on top of that, he had an 800 line, an 800 number line with about 43 different um, little voicemail messages that were like rants on the network marketing industry, his story about he was home, like he was evicted twice. He had to pawn his fiance's wedding ring, and then he came up with the idea for cash gifting. And it was just, it was, the story was incredible. The story, like from a marketing standpoint, if you want to really, if you really want to like really study attraction marketing, I recommend studying it. Okay, I'm not telling you to get involved. I'm telling you to study, like be critical and study it, like break down every aspect of it, because it's just crazy. But anyway, he had about 43 different voicemails. All right, and I used to listen to each and every one of them, and I was hooked. I used to listen to them when I was on my way to work. I used to listen to them while I was at work. I used to listen to them on my way home from work. And all I can think about was, how am I going to get the money to get involved in this program? And is this program legal? It wasn't. I have no idea if it was legal or not. Most people tell you that it's not. That's not for me to. That's not for me to say. That's not the point of this video. But it really influenced me, because it got me to see that there were people on the internet that were making money, and this was one of the ways that they were doing it. So I went on the internet, and I couldn't afford that program. It was like 6 grand to get in. I couldn't afford it at the time. So I kept joining these little tiny programs, little $100, $150 programs, with the intention of making enough sales so that I could finally get involved in that one program. And that's where I started to go off track, because for me, it was all about the money. It was all about making quick cash, fast, not talking to people, just like gimme, 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 gimme. And that I got stuck in that mindset. And to be honest with you, that's the mindset that stops people. People, there's a lot of talk about, the employee mindset and how the employee mindset stops people. That's bullshit. What stops people is getting so caught up on the money and the type of fear that mindset inherently has built inside of it. It's inherently scarce because it has no context for contribution. It's all receiving and it's all survival. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry if I'm getting passionate. I just can't stand when people say, "Oh, the employee mindset." That's fucking bullshit. Anyway, so I started for the next couple of years, for like the next, I want to say about, this was around 2008. I want to say for about the next 2.5 to 3 years, up until like 2010, 2011, I was committed to doing whatever I could do to get involved in this program. But I wasn't working the programs that I was in. Like I wasn't. I got to be honest. I wasn't being responsible for doing what I knew to do to build my programs. So I stayed stuck. And then I actually met who I believe the person was that created the system that Q modeled his system after, and that was Joe Schroeder. And Joe Schroeder, ultimately, like he completely changed my life. He completely changed my life. He had a program called the Million Mind March, where normal people would get together and share personal development tips with one another. We would run phone calls. We would share our wisdom with each other. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was an environment where people can grow beyond who they know themselves to be. And there was a opportunity to make some money involved in the program, but unfortunately, the program was shut down. It wasn't. I don't know if it was shut down, but it ended. And I left the program in 2011, and I'm happy that I did, because shortly after leaving the program, I did a personal development course called the Landmark Forum that completely changed my life. And then I went on to get back involved with another network marketing company called Return on Return on. It was called ROI Unlimited. I can't remember the full name of it. And that's where I made my first MLM commission. And at the same time, I was also promoting MLSP. And that year, that year I made my first MLM commission. And then a year later, I had stopped promoting MLSP, and I made my first passive I like made my first passive commissions, and I'm gonna make another video to share with you about that. But anyway, keep on checking out the story, man. Like, it's coming to an end. Thank you for checking out what you've checked out so far. I had to get this story out to you guys because I know there's a lot of people who've, done the same things that I've done, made the same mistakes that I've made, and I'm committed that people don't do that anymore. So it's important for me to share this story with you guys, and thank you for tuning in. All right, check out the story. We're almost done. This is Reef. I'll see you in another video shortly.